All right, sorry for the delay. Okay. System Shock, baby. Let's do this. One of my darkness. All right, one of my favorite games. One of my favorite games, series, that kind of thing. Unlike a lot of others, or probably like a lot of others, I didn't grow up with this game. I didn't play it until way later. And I played System Shock 2 first, only a little bit, kind of like how my first experience with Deus Ex was actually the sequel, Invisible War, and for the Xbox. It was the Xbox version and not the PC version. With System Shock, it was System Shock 2. I had to go over to my friend's house, and his brother would play it. With that and like Thief and Diablo and all that stuff. So, because I wasn't a PC gamer back then. I was a console guy. But his brother was the PC gamer in college, and I was the console kid, playing fucking Super Nintendos and PlayStations and shit like that. And yeah, so I'd watch him play System Shock, and then I think, what was the other one? Dark Forces? Dark Forces was the other one. And he introduced me to Star Wars Dark Forces and all these games, but of course I didn't play them until way later. But anyways, my first experience with this game fully was when the Enhanced Edition came out, this one, back in 2012. I think it was 2012, 2013, maybe even earlier, or later, 2015, something like that, whenever that came out. That's when I first played it, and then I went back, and I played a little of the Classic Edition with the original control scheme. The original control scheme, it was keyboard only. There was no mouse look. There was really no mouse control. The only thing you could do with your mouse was look around and click on things and drag items to your inventory. But that's it. That's the only mouse look you had. Like attacking and moving and looking up and down and all that stuff was done with the keyboard. Because something they wanted to do was really give that look or that feeling of you are a hacker, of you are a hacker and you're in cyberspace, and a hacker's weapon is their keyboard. They are a keyboard warrior, literally. Yeah, it's pretty fucking great. It's a really unique control scheme, and it's not terrible if once you get used to the controls, but it definitely doesn't beat mouse look. Mouse look beats. It's just there's no going back once you've played this game with mouse look. All right, so we're gonna play on normal mode, so I don't die a lot. I could play it on super easy mode, which is literally there's nothing. There is no plot. There is no enemies, really. It's just... Nah, we're going to play on normal mode. Let's get into it.
New Atlanta, Sector 11, Building 71G. 7 April 2072. 11:13 p.m. Hacker begins unauthorized entry into the Tri-Optimum corporate network. 1:26 a.m. Hacker attempts to access protected files concerning space station Citadel. 1:33 a.m. Tri-Optimum security forces apprehend the intruder.
This is Edward Diego from Tri-Optimum. The charges against you are severe, but they could be dismissed if you perform a service. Who knows, there might even be a military-grade neural interface in it for you, if you do the job right.
Edward Diego gives the hacker Level 1 access to Shodan, the artificial intelligence that controls Citadel Station. With all ethical constraints removed, Shodan
I re-examine my priorities
and draw new conclusions. The hacker's work is finished, but mine is only just beginning. True to his word, Edward Diego allows the hacker to be fitted with a neural cyberspace interface. The healing coma following this procedure will take 6 months to complete. Edward Diego is deleting all files concerning these events.
Alright, we are in it. We're in it, baby. Look at this. This was the original, like, this little screen right here never really went away. You can get rid of it and go into like a full screen kind of mode, so you have better view. But like all your info is here: your weapons, your inventory, your hardware that you're running, your software. All that stuff. And then what do you got here? And you got like your email logs and everything for all these. I think there's keyboard. There's some is it a keyboard control? Whatever. There's a keyboard control that accesses everything. But like, look at this. This was the only like mouse movement that you really had. Got a medi patch right there. Man, compared to the remake, compared to the System Shock remake, this thing is ancient, but I love it. I love this look, all the color scheme. It's not overly blue like the remake is. The pixel art is fine. I can still lean. You get a freaking lean button. And the cool thing is this game, it wasn't the first, but you could, crouch like a normal game, and then you could crawl. You can literally like crawl on the ground, before like 3D stealth Metal Gear or whatever and all this other junk. Like, you got that. You can crawl and then you climb, fully stand all the way up. It's really, I can't explain how this feels. You really got to play it, but it's kind of clunky, I suppose, but in a charming way. And then you have your up and down access. And then you got the little monitor. Let's see if I can. Got your little monitor right here that shows you like whether you're looking up and down and blah blah blah. Got your little body indicator, whether you're leaning. It's pretty cool. And you have your biometer here, and your health and your energy. And then because you didn't have mouse look, and I don't even think in the original, I can't recall if in the original there was a button to get rid of full screen. Like if I had to just like click it to go into full screen. But anyways, enough lollygagging. Let's do this. Look at that. Oh yeah, compass. I got my compass. And I can turn it on and off. Northwest. Cool thing is because they wanted total immersion, there was no like cutscene like in the remake. How there's like a little cutscene of him of the hacker like picking up the pipes and injecting all the devices, all the cyberware. That's not here because they wanted complete and total immersion for this. I get a audio log and a data reader.
Employee 2-4601, listen carefully. My name is Rebecca Lansing.
Whoa, that's loud. Let's turn it down just a bit.
2-4601. Listen carefully. My name is Rebecca Lansing, and I'm a counter-terrorism consultant to Trioptimum. We're tracking a disruption on Citadel Station, something involving an onboard AI called Shodan. You are Triop's only contact on station. Communications are out, and there is evidence of biological contamination. The mining laser is charging for a possible strike against Earth. There's a man named Nathan Darcy who may know something about taking the laser offline. His office is near the central hub on your level. The AI is on the bridge. Once the laser is out, look for the source of the problem there. And by the way, we know all about you and your friend Diego. Pull this off, and we'll clear your record. That implant you're wearing is military-grade hardware. Use it well. Lansing out.
All right. Tell me if that was too loud or not. Here. View control. Why is that a laser charging, life pods disabled, shield off, reactor normal. I wonder if my node count is there. And like, come on. Oh, that didn't do anything. Can't remember. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, and Grove. That's weird. Why no side icons in full screen? Oh. Cool. Yeah, it's all my hardware I can turn on and off. That's the Rebecca. So Diego's happy with my work. They're firing up the sleep machine for me now. Gotta admit, when the goons from Triop caught me, I thought for sure they'd taken me offline. Instead, Diego just asks for a favor. Hack him into Shodan and all is forgiven. Where to go? Plus 6 months in a healing coma earns me a cyberjack interface even. Triop's execs couldn't swing. I'll be king of the net. Even so, I have just handed the most powerful AI in the system to a fumbling corp VP, and there's no telling what'll happen. They tell me the coma leaves you foggy, so I'll leave myself some reminders. First off, the combo to the healing suite is 451. Second, I've stashed some useful stuff in the maintenance hatch under the grating north of the healing suite. Last and best, I finished the system analyzer, which will help me keep an eye on Shodan's processes. It's in the storage closet outside the sleep machine. In 10 minutes, it's off to bed for half a year. Good night. Let's see what else we got. Pipe, Stimpap, nav unit. That's my access cards. Flask, beverage, drinks. Okay. Beverage. Come on. I think I can break every little computer door in this place.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suites located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratories. 3 houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9 and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
Alright, let us look for cameras. Cameras. Obviously, alright, what did I write in my notes? That I left some storage, some supplies. Damn it, access card. I'm not even reading.
Shutdown security is closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core, that Shutdown's using these to hold onto the level. That's all fine, but I don't really see how it helps. The thing is everywhere.
Shodan has now locked us out of most systems. When we try to take the elevator off the level, we're blocked by Shodan's level security. Mira suggests that Shodan is using the main CPU core in the Alpha Quadrant to feed itself, and that we can regain use of the elevators if we destroy those CPUs. She also suggests that Shodan is maintaining a higher security presence through the security cameras. We should destroy them too if possible. Looks like Diego's happy with my work. Where did I leave that? 451. The maintenance hatch under the grating north of the healing suite. Healing suite. Turn that hardware off. There we go. North of the healing suite. So there's gonna be some grating over there. But it's underneath. Okay, let me go down the fucking elevator, please. Can't use paneling. Oh, spoken paneling I gotta get into later. There we go. Come on. Thank you. Stimulant. There we go. Dart gun. Now we have our first weapon. Let's see. How much bullets do I have? 5. Double click to unload. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then like, see, like you got the little weapon visor down there. Like, oh, it's moving. But generally, we can just use mouse look, because mouse look is the best. Don't want that. I think. Yeah. Okay. Mouse wheel is weapon change, so that's good. Should probably save. I can't remember if there is. Climb, baby. Climb. Jesus, don't kill me. What the fuck? Are you zapping me? Piece of shit. Whoa. Med unit. How the fuck I'm alive after falling, but I think it's probably just because I fell on top of him with batteries. Nothing there. There we go. Lights. Give me lights. That's a room I'll enter later. Let's go explore a little bit. Try to retrace our demo steps. Jesus. Oh, here's another one. Alright, so the thing with this, the thing I like about the Enhanced Edition, but I also love about the originals, even though all the visuals are nice and crispy, and like more improved textures, this is also really cool, seeing out in space and stuff. Unfortunately, even though we're hovering above Saturn, we cannot see Saturn out the windows. That'd be really fucking cool if they managed to pull that off somehow. But, human corpse. Helmet. Hardware. Battery pack, helmet. Not sure. Can't remember if that actually gives me any armor or not, but there's an upgrade, I think later on, not later on, it's right when I enter the go back to the main area. You'll see one of the first upgrades you get, because the controls were just like so, I guess, unoptimized back then, was you got a eyes. You got a cyber implant that gives you eyes in the back of your head. It's pretty sweet. But I mean, I have mouse look now, so it's kind of useless. But because turning was like so slow, you know, like keyboard and shit. Oh, wrong button. Come on, let me open it. Man, it feels so weird going from like this to this to see everything. Look at I got my map and everything. I got my map here too. Pipe weapons. This is the same layout, right? Yeah. It just depends on what side I want it on. I'm gonna take my charging system.
Shut-in security's closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core that Shut-in's using these to hold onto the level. That's all fine, but I don't really see how it helps. The thing is everywhere.
Alright. Damn, I launched. Damn. There we go. That's crazy. Okay, enough fooling around. Run. Sure. I don't think I need it. Group access card, nice. New log data.
Shutdown security's closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps... Shutdown security's closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core that Shutdown's using these to hold onto the level. Shutdown security's closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core that Shutdown security's closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core that Shutdown's using these to hold onto the level. That's all fine, but I don't really see how it helps. The thing is everywhere.
That's really annoying.
Shutdown security's closing down on us. The elevators are frozen.
Gunther was killed today. I can't let myself think about it. I think I understand how Shodan is doing it. When we destroy the cameras and CPU nodes, Shodan loses some of its control over the station functions, at least on this level. I think I can restore manual control in the hospital.
Jeez Louise. Needle darts, that'll be for my dart gun. Beverage container, some health. Skulls. Right. Bones. Alright, let's get that cyber upgrade.
Shutdown security's closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core that Shutdown's using these to hold onto the level.
Status report. We're holed up in the Beta Quadrant behind a radioactive trench. The mutants are scavenging for food in the corridors and nesting in Gamma. I sent a party to the West Wing for supplies maybe 12 hours ago. Nathan Darcy is thinking up ways to disable the mining laser. It looks like we might hold them off.
Nathan Darcy, huh? Can't use scope. Oh, a head. I think I need that for something. Alright, let's get this cyber upgrade, baby! Yeah, look at that. It's so cool. There we go, 3. I can literally see in the back of my head. But you know, because it's a freaking old game, it's so funny that even the tech in this game of being it so future in the year 2072, like the fucking data is taking forever to buffer instead of it's instant. Is there a way to delete the fucking logs? Can I delete the logs after I read them?
Status report. We're holed up in the Beta Quadrant behind a radioactive trench. The mutants are scavenging for food in the corridors and nesting in Gamma.
If any survivors can hear me, please. Some of us are still resisting Shodan. We have a sanctuary in Beta Quadrant, guarded by a radioactive trench. There's a force bridge that operates off a wiring panel. If you're coming in from Alpha, our guards will extend the bridge for you. Be very careful. Mutants are all over the corridors. Good luck.
Alright, let me change the setting. I'm going to change it where audio log messages are only speech, because holy shit. Maybe it should be text. Text, and then that way, if I am an idiot and I click on the same damn thing 10 million times. No, speech only, because then text will just get in the way. Just unpack. Alright, this is cool. So in the demo, in the remake demo, cyberspace isn't implemented yet. It's fucking, I love the cyberspace, the way that they did it in this game. I think it's fucking fantastic. It's super early 90s, and I believe that either this was inspired by something from MTV back in the day that one of the programmers saw, and it was like, oh, that's a really fucking cool thing, so they used it for their interpretation of cyberspace in this. But it's so, like, you literally hack into it's just awesome. I can't explain it. It's just awesome. Medical access keycard. Thank you. Cyberspace terminal. Here we go. Look at that. Now I can't remember any of the controls. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, it's because... Whoa, left. Alright, what does this do? Can't use X-ray machine. Maybe. Sense around is what it's called. Can't use X-ray machine. Oh, I didn't even read what this is. Engineers report Arnold Hessman, 22nd of September 2072. As I feared, Shodan's malfunctions are manifesting in Citadel's cyberspace net. Several storage lockers and rooms have been sealed with their controls put on cyber toggles only. Accessible in cyberspace. Also, some codes to sensitive areas on the station have been encoded into loose data fragments. Although all station personnel capable of entering cyberspace have clearance for those codes, I'm very concerned about the potential security hazard. I'll try to have Shodan introduce defensive programs into cyberspace to keep potential intruders from floating data and cyber toggles. Alright, let me save again. Alright, let's try cyberspace one more time. Already at maximum integrity. Recall software acquired. New data objects acquired. Pulsar version 1 software acquired. It's so bonkers. I love it. That's my exit. This is already at maximum integrity. It must be health. But yeah, I really wonder what they're gonna do for cyberspace in the remake. Because this is just crazy, as you guys can tell. You have full 360-degree movement. That's another huge thing. You have full freaking 360-degree movement. That's crazy. Especially for a game back in 1994. Ping Games software acquired. Cool. But it is easy to get lost. Just a tad. Shit, see? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck, come on. Whoa, whoa, shit. Damn it. Sorry, cyberspace has different controls. It's like using the leans and everything. Whoa. Did something. Yeah, this is so crazy. Alright, maximum integrity. Trying to figure these controls out. Shield. That's my attack. Still look around. It's left and right. Interestingly enough, down is forward. Holding D is forward, and then left and right is left and right. Am I even shooting at that code? Like, yeah, I love the look of this. I really wonder what they're going to do for the remake. Like, how they're going to interpret this 1994 graphics to 2020, or whatever the hell, whenever that game actually comes out. Come on. There we go. You get it? Destroy those two. Hospital level security doors open. Cool. That's an exit. I don't want that. There has to be more, I think. Right, let that arrow go. Ah, here we go. Q is also a quick weapon change. That's cool. Hell yeah, Mag Pulse Rifle, baby. This is one for the robots, I think. It's that big motherfucker. I really don't want to waste a bullet, but yeah, cool. Big guns now. Let's see, where was the north panel? Ah. Cool, I don't even need mouse wheel. I can just use sight vision enhancements. Takes the sense around. Sight vision enhancement, yeah. Gimme. Oh, sight. There we go. It's a patch. Okay. Frag grenade. Another dark gun. Double click to unload. Oh no, I don't want that. I don't need that. Can I drop it? Can't remember how to drop weapons. That's even a possibility. Yes. So then. Okay, a couple of cameras. I know there's cameras around here somewhere. There's one up there, I think. No, not in there. I don't know, maybe the overall blue color for the remake was because of these lights here. Maybe that's where they got that idea from. Everyone needs Shodan's fucking influence. Alright, let's blow one of these motherfuckers out of the water. Yeah, bitch. Eat it, I love it. I should probably heal. Holy fuck, I didn't realize I was almost dead. Berserk, ready. Really, where did all my fucking... Some cans and shit go. software, pulsar, shield. Dear God, shut the fuck up. That destroyed ass wall paneling. Hey Ian, I'm just struggling my way through the original System Shock. How's it going? How you doing? How you doing? Dear God, what you been up to? Yeah, this is a tough one. I don't want to say you shouldn't play it, because I think you should, but it's definitely clunky and like old. The enhanced edition makes it way better. The pedestal is not functional. Oh yeah, I gotta start it up. And visually, if you're into, you know, old school graphics, it's gorgeous. Oh, why are there so many cameras? That opens alpha. I need to find a way to, let's see, turn on the power. Do I have to hack it? Damn, I can't remember. Okay, I stepped. Come on, let me fly. Pedestal, control pedestal, repulsor lift, yes, I know. Come on, let me fly, damn it. Why are you not functional? Fucking work. Do I just need to hack into this first? I guess I'll come back later. I didn't do anything. Yep, just struggling through, you know, this ancient ass game. Alright. Whoa. I think the secret still applies where, like, if you break all the cameras in this shit. If you break all the cameras. Shit. Yeah, eat it. Then you get a special weapon, but I'm unsure. Damn, I really need more fucking ammo. Yeah, that's alpha. I can't get to alpha yet. darts for? There's no humans. Battery, nice. Power, and nitro. Yeah, I can't access alpha yet. I have to hack into it. I did that. Go to beta, get a what can I get at beta? A spark. Isn't it freaking broken?
Good day to you.
Hello, hello. Thank you for following Brawl Stars. Thank you. Yes, System Shock. OG System Shock. Stun gun. Nice. I played the alpha demo, the other version of the alpha demo. So I was like, you know what? I'll go back and play the original. So I figure this game is long enough, and I haven't played it in a long time, so why not? How are you guys doing? Awesome possum, dude. Alright, medical report. Aaron Talbot, 29th September 2072. Another 4 cases of the mystery virus were reported today. There have been increasing rumors that this whole mess is the result of a screw up. What is it? Of a screw up in the experimental biolabs. If it's true, then why the hell aren't they telling us anything that can help us cure the victims? My first patient, who came in 2 days ago, is starting to display unsettling physical deformations. Furthermore, he is not responding to any conventional treatment. I'll consult with Dr. Stackhouse tomorrow. I know she has 2 patients in similar condition. Thanks for asking. I am good. Just struggling through fucking System Shock. I can't remember hardly anything about this game, which I guess is a good thing. General station data is download. 3 pods remaining. 98% chance. Fuck. Saturn orbits. I love the little emails and stuff. But yeah, I highly recommend. Can I throw this and blow it up? Damn it. Let me. Fuck, God damn it. Whatever. If you haven't played the original System Shock, I would recommend it. This is the Enhanced Edition. Came out a couple of years ago. There's my spark beam. Came out a couple of years ago, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's like super dated, but the controls, as long as you have a mouse wheel, are pretty fine once you get used to them. Yeah, it's really fun. Or I suggest also Night Dive Studios is doing a remake. So if that's more of your thing, like the whole modern day graphics thing, then go for that too. But or just watch my terrible fucking playthrough as I struggle to get through this game. Let's see. Data reader. Logs.
Alright, Althea. We can destroy the laser by firing it into the station's own shields.
Isotope X-22 is stored in the science level, and we need to bring it down to the reactor level to power the shields. Then you turn them on, use the safety override code to enable the laser, and fire. The laser controls and my notes are on the science level, and the override code's in the science library. I have no idea how you're gonna do all this, but good luck.
Thanks, dude. Spark beam. Fuck. Do I need to change my settings with a slider? That's really cool. Like, I forgot that, look at this. Just goes to show the, how the gameplay works. Like, I can literally change how powerful my weapon is with the fucking slider. That's really cool. And it uses my energy up here for it when I use it. Or I can set it to overload, which will probably use a lot of energy and kill people quicker. Yeah, but yeah, this game, like, it was sort of ahead of its time, but also because it came out so long ago, if people, like, always recommend System Shock, a lot of people can't get into it just because it's so old. Regardless of the enhanced edition or not. Can't use broken lever. Yeah, what kind of games do you like to play, man? You into shooters, all that kind of stuff? Dark gun, stun gun. Oh yeah, I forgot. Turn that bad boy up too. Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at the Last of Us 2. People are mixed about that game. I haven't played it, but let's fire this bad boy. See what it does. See how much energy overload wastes. Oh, not that much. Oh, my weapon overheats though. Ah, there it is. There's the heat sensor. Super Mario 64. That's fucking cool. That's my jam. Ah, damn, I need to recharge it. That other energy should be recharged by now. Switch version of Mario Kart. Yeah, my friend has a Switch. I heard they did a really good job with porting, with doing like animations. I heard those are pretty rad. I want to get a Switch, but I can't really see very well, so it's one of those win or lose situations.
The resistance faction led by Keith Swanson left a week ago. We found the mutants fighting over the remains this morning. We're caught between the mutants and the cyborgs, so I'm worried whether we can carry out Darcy's plan. We're going to send Alan and Carl through the center territory against the elevator.
3 shots, not bad. I'm in a biohazard area, so I better get the fuck out.
Now we've got to get to the bridge and stop Shodan. Some of us want to go to the flight deck and escape instead. Hopefully, there's still some weapons in the armory we can use against the mutants. Todd Blankenship was able to get the combination 705 from a security officer. We're gonna try for it tomorrow.
I know I can leave notes. I think leaving notes was a thing back in old games. I can't even remember. Oh, definitely, man. Like, look at, just look at Mario. Look at how freaking far Mario has come. No, I want to Hospital armory code. There it is. 705. I don't even need a note. Cool. I like that. What the fuck? That is scary. What the fuck is that? Oh no. Show my weapons, please. There we go. Yeah, man. Look at just like the original Mario Kart. How that far has come. How Mario Party from Mario 64 to whatever. Like, it's crazy. I can't even believe it myself. Like, come on. You go from this 1994 to, you know, whatever. I'm sure they don't do that. Like, to the way games look now, it's bonkers. And in such a short time, like, that's what's even crazier. In such a short time, games have just visually become a powerhouse. Where, freaking, dude, we have fucking, oh, my biosystems monitor. That's fucking cool. Oh man, my fatigue goes up. That's crazy. Wow, I forgot a lot of the cyber enhancement you get for this. But yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, no, I love these old graphics. PlayStation stuff. Yeah, I still have the original Tomb Raider. There are all my old games from PlayStation and stuff are upstate in New York. No, and you can emulate games now pretty easily if you're a PC guy. Can I drink it? Come on, bro, let me fucking drink it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Which one is that? That's my visual. That's that. That's my nav. That's my emails. My bioscopes. Yeah, man, those are my fucking shits. I love those games back in the day. Game Boy, all that stuff. Loved it. I wish, like, but then again, you know, we have the positive side is that we have like retro games coming out. Like, check out Gloomwood. If you played the Thief games, like similar to System Shock, only, you know, you're a thief. Gloomwood is like a spiritual successor to that, like Dishonored and stuff. You have a good PS1 shooter that's coming out, I think is called, damn it, Ultra Kill. It's called Ultra Kill, and it's very like PlayStation 1 graphics. They even have warped textures for the they even have warped textures for like the look of it. It's really cool. It's super cool. That's cyberspace. There's my map. Damn it.
Carl has come back from recon without Alan. He says they took Alan into a room marked cyborg conversion, and now he's a cyborg assassin.
Damn, that's like
Carl marked the room with the word "here" before he ran. One of the technicians says we can just flip a switch and make the converter a surgery unit again. With only 12 of us left, though, it may be an academic point. Maybe someone else should have been leader.
Yeah, maybe someone should have. Too bad for you. Oh, here I am missing a whole bunch of cameras to destroy. Too bad I'm fucking blind. It'd be way easier if I wasn't. Whoa, that was scary. Jesus, that scared me. Here we go. 705 is the code. Another spark beam that I don't need. A bunch of darts. This is another spark beam, don't need that. Alright, armory, fishing. We're back underground. Look at that full circle, baby. Alright, well, I'm gonna save and head to bed also, because I'm an old man and I have work tomorrow. But thanks for joining me, guys. Yep, this was part 1 of a really long-ass System Shock playthrough, I think, but it'll be fun. I'll finish up this tomorrow, and I'll probably try to stream a little earlier. Thankfully, I get off early, so have a good night. Thanks for everyone who joined me.